Yay. All right. We're just a couple minutes late here, everyone. Good morning.
Good.
Tuesday morning. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited for this.
Me too. Me
Yeah.
too. So today we're going to be working with quantum frequency numbers. And I've pulled some cards for you with some numbers, and we're going to tap. But before we do that, I just wanted to check in and see how you felt after yesterday. See if you noticed anything.
Let's see. Yesterday was kind of like Zoom day, so it was Zoom, Zoom, Zoom. But the end of the day, I had set aside to work on some writing. I'm offering some new things in my business, and so I did find it easier to focus, easier to kind of narrow in on what I wanted to say and how I wanted to say it. So I think that was really helpful. Usually that would take me kind of a lot longer and would require a lot more editing. So I felt really good about that.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
good. So
Yeah.
maybe a little space opened up after the
Hmm.
session.
Yeah, I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. And were you on, when you say you were Zooming, were you on Zoom or were you just like,
Yeah. No, Zoom calls, like, one of those days.
yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Um, so if anyone's here, say hi in the chat or you can leave your name so I know that you're here. Yesterday, I think somebody was watching live and I didn't see the comment till after. So it's just a little tricky with StreamYard. Sometimes I can see the comments. Sometimes I have to pop over to Facebook. So I may just, check in
Yeah.
as
It
we're
happens to
doing it.
me sometimes when I just do a Facebook Live. Sometimes there are
Oh,
comments that I can't see. I don't know
really?
why. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I
Hmm.
know they like come streaming in and then you have to make sure like you gotta see them in order, but Facebook sort of mixes them up at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook is funky.
They like to keep us on our toes.
That's right.
All right. So quantum frequency numbers. Depending on what people are working on, sometimes this comes up when I work with people, when I do a super connection session. Sometimes I'll pull a couple of cards at the end of the session. Sometimes I may pull it in the middle of a session just to shift the energy in the session. And I do have a manual with, I can't even tell you, just a ton of numbers. But today, I also have, I'm not going to be pulling numbers from that manual, but I wanted to let people know that I have another tool. But today I'm going to be working with a card deck that uses frequency numbers. And this is a woman that I met. She's in Ireland. She's the artist. She created all the art. So each card has different art. And then there's information. There's a meaning. So you'll see what I mean when I pull the cards for you. So there's artwork that she created, then there's a description, and then a frequency number down here. And we're going to tap. And let's see. The way that I describe the frequency numbers is similar to when people have a crystal that they really resonate with, that they either wear, as a necklace, or they hold to get the energy exchange, the vibration, and the healing properties. So numbers, a lot of people might be familiar with angel numbers that carry a certain message. These frequency numbers are just set up in a different sequence. And think of the numbers as a crystal. The crystal has an energy, the number sequence has an energy, and it has something that it's working on. Does that make
Cool.
sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Love it.
So this first one, let me have you take a peek at this. So this is the art. This one is called Letting Go. And this says, what do you need to let go of? Maybe you know what it is and maybe you don't. However, hold on, if you don't know, You can ask your subconscious to find the priority of what you need to let go of and give permission for this to happen. If you do know and you are afraid of the outcome, trust your gut instinct and go with the flow. So the theme is letting go. Do you
Mm-hmm.
have, I forgot to ask you, do you have paper and pen with you?
I do.
Awesome. So I'm going to have you write this down, Heather. And
Okay.
there are, so yeah, 377. Just like to have people look at the artwork, but okay. And then there's a space, and then 953, and a space, and then 53. Do you want to
Okay.
repeat it back to me so I know that I got it?
Sure. 377-953-53.
Perfect. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to douse now because I'm going to see how many times we're going to tap it in.
Okay.
So we're going to do that one 5 times. So you would do it with the pauses. I'll just do one sequence. So, and when I mean by tapping, I'm going to have you like tap on the center part of your chest here.
Okay.
Right. And you can just be all over. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll just do one run and then I'll have you do the full thing, but you're going to say it 5 times in a row. So it
Okay.
would be 377 953 53. And then
Okay.
4 more times. And just make sure to pause where the little pause is.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. So you want me to do it 4 times or 5?
5 altogether.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm going to tap with you. I'm just not going to speak it out loud. I want you to speak it out loud.
Okay. 377-953-53. 377-953-53.
I'll keep track of counting for you.
Okay. 377-953-53. 377-953-53. 377-953-53.
Perfect. That's 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So just take a minute, see how you feel with that. When I work with people, I would ask them to just get up and take some steps just to integrate, like just do a little short walk around the room that you're in.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, if you feel like you want to do that, you certainly can step away and I'll be right here. So, just to integrate. If you don't want to, that's fine too.
That's okay. I think I'm just going to stretch a little bit and we can
Okay.
keep going.
Yep. Yep.
That was surprising how much energy was moving around in there. Wow. Okay.
Did you resonate with the description letting go?
Um, there wasn't really anything that sort of was like, this is it, but I resonate with that message of just like letting go, like just in all ways, like not hanging on to anything, trying to figure everything out, trying to know what's going to happen, trying like just let it go, you know. So that makes
Yep.
sense.
Cool. And you felt something as you were tapping? You felt some
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
you?
yeah. There was a lot of energy moving. It was amazing.
Can you describe some of it? Do you mind?
Um, so it felt like I was supposed to be a certain spot. Like I felt very directed. It sort of is like 3 numbers in the separated in the sequence. And so one part would be here, one part would be here. And I felt very guided where I was supposed to tap for each little piece.
Oh.
Um, and felt it much more on the right side of my body and the right side of my chest. At first, it was like not painful, but I was more intensity in certain areas. And then by the last round, it just felt very light on my right side.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. And I forgot to mention this because it doesn't happen to a lot of people, but it does to me. Sometimes there's a lot of emotion that comes up with this, like sometimes not just emotion, but tears.
Mm.
So we're gonna do two more cards. And if
Okay.
you need to like pause a little more, it's okay.
Okay.
Because if you're really feeling it, I don't want you to just push through it, kind of like just like get it over with. It's like if
Okay.
you're feeling stuff move, I don't know if you will. I'm just saying
Okay.
that a lot of times when I do it, it doesn't surprise me, but I just like go with it. I'm like, all right, stuff's coming up. I gotta just like tap a little slower, and really feel into it. It's releasing. We don't need to like hang out there forever and ever and overanalyze it. The
Hmm.
numbers are doing their magic,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So the next one is called Tides of Change. And this one says ups and downs, ins and outs. Once your mindset is turned on to positivity, you can ride the waves and come out refreshed, energized, and ready. Go for it. So this number is 344, pause, 443, pause, 344. Do you want to repeat it back to me, please?
344 443 344.
Yep, awesome. Okay, so this one we'll tap 3 times
Okay.
and I'll keep track for you. So you just have to focus on the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, I'll be tapping along and
Okay.
listening to you. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. All right. 344 443 344. 344 443 344. 344 443 344.
And you're done. Yep. Yeah, it's nice if you want to put your hand on your heart, whatever, whatever feels good to you.
Wow, this is surprising. Wow.
So I've never done this with Heather before. And for anyone watching, I've never done this with her before. So, getting like some raw, honest, in the moment feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you want to share?
Sure. So kind of the same thing happened. I was sort of felt like I was guided to tap in a certain way, like 3 columns. Um, I could feel a lot of energy moving upward, and at the end, kind of a light bit of a headache, and just breathing through that a little bit. Um, and now my mind is trying to trace back what was that card, riding the wave, and I'm feeling like, okay, well, there was a lot of energy moving up and flowing, so that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the big things. There was some emotion that moved, but it was almost like water way deep in the earth. It wasn't all the way up at the surface. It was, I could feel it moving, but it was deep down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Interesting. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that your body or your intuition, whatever your higher self is telling you where to tap. I love that. I mean, so I teach EFT tapping and there's a whole like sequence to that. If people want to tap on the top of their head, that's fine. You know what I mean? If you're guided to tap somewhere else, you're it doesn't really matter. There isn't like it's not how do I want to say it? It's not imperative that you tap in one part of the body. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
And
yeah.
I honestly think if people were not able to tap, just saying it would do the same thing. It's just tapping it in is like telling our body, like, hey, I'm taking this in like you're holding a crystal. It's like more of a physical action when you're
Yeah.
tapping it in, or wearing the stone on you. It's closer to your body. So
Mm,
so with the next one, if you feel like tapping somewhere else, feel free. I
okay.
love that you're following your, you know, your guidance. All right. Let me just douse on, I haven't shared this next one, but let me douse first. So this next one we'll do 3 times as well. This one is called Heartfelt Protection. Face to face with your heart. What do you need to face? Whatever it is, you have the protection of your guides above looking down into your heart center. Know that you are protected with the decision that you make or that your subconscious makes for you. So, before I give you the number, does that one have any meaning for you?
Um,
It's okay if it doesn't. I'm just
I think I'm sort of like, I think there's so much energy moving. My brain is having a hard time really grasping everything. If you read it again, I might, but I don't want to
That's
make it
okay.
boring to
Um,
you.
so the title is Heartfelt Protection.
Yes.
So know that you're being protected and guided from above,
Perfect.
basically in whatever decision you're making. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
All right. This one is broken up a little differently. So
Okay.
I'm going to have you write down 3-5, pause, 3-5, pause, 6-2, pause, 4-3-1.
Okay.
I'm just asking you to repeat it so that I said it correctly and didn't transpose. So if you don't
Yep.
mind.
3-5, 3-5, 6-2, 4-3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
And just so people know, sometimes I just pull 2 cards. I don't always do 3. I just, for
Okay.
some reason, I got 3 for you today.
Okay.
So we're doing the 3. And if you want to do 3 sequence of it, are you okay with
Okay.
doing another one, or do you feel like a lot's coming up? Because we don't have to do the third.
Yeah, no, I'm ready to go. I think
Okay.
it's just like it happens very fast. It's not like it just happens so fast. I'm really so amazed at how quickly my body is responding to these numbers. I
Yeah.
have no idea why, and I think I always like it when I don't know why, when I'm confused, because then my brain can't manipulate the outcome. I just I'm having an experience.
I love that you said that. Yeah, because we want to know, like some of us, not everyone, we want to know, we want to figure it out, we want to overanalyze. And sometimes it's like the shift happened, it's working. We don't need to know exactly how. We
Right.
just don't. Like you're feeling it in your body. You are having an experience. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's awesome. Okay. And I'll
Okay.
count so 3 times and
Okay.
then I will tell you when to stop.
Okay. Here we go.
Yep. Take a nice breath. Yeah.
Okay. 3-5, 3-5, 6-2, 4-3-1. 3535 62431. 3535 62431.
Perfect. And just take a minute and let that integrate for you.
Wow. Okay. That one feels very expansive. Yeah. Very expansive. Oh.
That makes sense given it's the heart, maybe like some,
Mm.
I don't know. But did you feel it other places or more in the heart space?
I felt guided to tap on my solar plexus a little bit, but it sort of almost felt like it was opening up that part to let more flow happen, so that the expansion, you know,
Beautiful.
open out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
So,
Can you tell me just a little bit about these frequency numbers, how you found them, how, like, when you use them, what,
yeah.
that kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah. Um I was in uh I think it was 3 or 4 month long program with some folks. Um so we were all learning how to work on our business and share our gifts. That was sort of the reason for being in the group. So everyone had a different gift. A lot of people made card decks in this group. So this woman, she's in Ireland. She's a holistic person. She does different holistic work with people. She's also an artist, as I mentioned. So she's been making art for could be 40 years. I don't know. She had all these paintings floating around. And then she was guided. I don't know the intricacies, but she was guided to work with frequency numbers. So she sat and meditated and downloaded the numbers and the meaning behind the numbers. And then she looked at all her art and sort of matched up, you know, spirit was like, all right, this card is going to have this art. A lot of card decks have like, if it's an angel card deck, it's got angel wings on like the back side. All of them have the same thing. So she just chose different art for each card. I know you're
Mm.
asking more about the frequency numbers. I think it came downloaded to her. So I want to say about 6 or 7 years ago, I was at a holistic fair locally to us in Marlborough. And there's a healer that I've known for many, many years up on the North Shore. He's come up with his own frequency numbers. Like he'll sit and download frequency numbers that he works with people. And I took a workshop with him and he read this like incredibly long, like really, really long sequence to release fear. So that's something that was downloaded to him. And then the workbook that I mentioned, which I don't have with me, it's about 60 pages and each page has about 60 codes.
Wow.
So it could be like something's going on with the liver, or people can't sleep at night, or clearing a particular meridian, um, having trouble at work. I mean, you name it, this person that developed this other one, I'm going to count. I'm going to count the number of pages. Like it's thousands of codes. It's really
Wow.
thousands. So those were downloaded to that person. I mean, honestly, if somebody wanted to, they could sit and download their own frequency number, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do that in Super Connection. There's a chart that says somebody needs a personal protection number.
Mm.
And I ask how many numbers, and then I get the numbers. So sometimes it's 3 numbers, sometimes it's 7, and I just douse to see what the sequence is for that person.
Mm.
So I don't, it's not really everyone, I think the process for getting them is different for all of these people, but the intention is the same, right? Is to use the frequency of the numbers. Now, I've heard so many people say that God talks to them through numbers. Like you've heard people say when they see 1111 or 222, that's like a message from God. So similar, if that makes sense. Did
Mm-hmm.
I tell me how, if that made sense to you? Because
Yeah, no, that's helpful. I mean, I'm just so curious. I haven't heard of frequency numbers before, and I'm fascinated, from my just having this experience with them. And do you find that people, like, there's benefit from, like, if I was to tap this same sequence for a week, is there benefit in that, or is it like one time and then you've shifted and you're ready to move on to the next?
yeah, that's an awesome question. I'm going to say yes to both, to be honest, because you experienced like what we did this morning. You felt something, right? So
Mhm.
for some people, just doing the card once does create that shift that they need. And at the same time, and I have started to do this myself, is work with one or two numbers for the whole week or 2 weeks if I'm working on something that I feel really stuck with. And
Mhm.
like physical issues too, like different kinds of pain in the body. There's different
Mhm.
codes for that, not just maybe goal setting. There's, there are codes for that
Right.
as well.
Right.
So, I love that you asked that question because I've been working with it and I'm working on, I don't have it formulated just yet, but I am going to have some packages where people can buy either 3, 6, or 10. I think that's how I'm going to do it. 3, 6, or 10 sessions. And they won't necessarily meet with me. I'm going to just, they're going to, so here, I'll explain it and then I'll do better when I write it. So basically, if you buy a package of 3, you get 3 of these sessions, but not face to face. So I'll say, Heather, in an email, what's going on this week? Are there any physical things you want to work on? And you'll tell me what's going on. I think I'm going to do about 3 numbers a week, 2 to 3. And then I email you those numbers and you work on that for 1 or 2 weeks. And whenever you're ready for the next set of numbers, you just reach back out to me via email and I'll give you another 2 or 3 numbers to work with.
Cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
I'll do a video. I'll do like a video specific to say to people, this is where I suggest you tap that, and I'll douse. I'll say this one you need to do 6 times or 2 times. So people will have that and they can just use it. So yeah, it's great for physical pain. And again,
Mhm.
great for, I mean, anything you want to shift, emotional stuff,
Yeah.
difficulty with relationships. There's so many numbers. I mean, it's just amazing. So
Yeah, endless.
again, I do incorporate it into my sessions with people when they're doing
Mhm.
a super connection. If a number is called for, if I feel like they're really, I don't want to say struggling, but if I feel that there's a number that can help shift, just like add another layer to the dowsing, then absolutely I
Yeah.
will do that.
Oh, that's awesome. Love
Yeah,
it.
I really wouldn't do like a whole half hour of this because as you saw, I think it can be rather intense to do more than
Mhm.
2 or 3 cards.
Mhm.
There's a lot
Yeah.
that shifts. So I kind of stop at 3. 3 would be the most, but to give people 2 or 3 numbers to work with for a week or 2 or longer.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
once you have that package, you can just sort of use it, as you need.
Right. Right. I love it.
Yeah. Any other questions or anything else you want to
No, I think
share?
that's it. I'm just gonna be vibrating at a new frequency all day.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm glad that you asked me that because I was going to share that at the end. And Heather and I will be back together on Thursday. I think it's noon for the last session. I'm going to have already selected some flower essences that, again, I'm going to douse. I'm kind of like dowsing's my thing, got my pendulum. So I'm going to ask Spirit to dows for 2 or 3 essences that would help support her this week and what we've been working on. And what I'm going to do is just share the meanings behind it and see how that resonates with her. So just so people get an idea of flower essences.
I'm excited for it. Can't wait.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So thanks everybody. I know we went a little over the 20, but that's okay. Thanks for everyone watching. Put in replay if you catch it later, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Awesome. Thank you, Anastasia.
Thanks, Heather.
All right. Bye.
Bye.